What did it really take to build an empire that spanned continents and lasted for centuries? Grit, unwavering discipline, and crucially, the right fuel in a soldier's belly to keep them going through thick and thin. Today, we step back in time to walk a day in the Caligae, the hobnailed sandals of a Roman legionary, feeling the weight of their world. Forget the grand banquets of senators overflowing with exotic delicacies. This is the story of the humble, hearty fare, the everyday sustenance that powered Rome's relentless march across Europe and beyond. Imagine waking before dawn, the first light barely kissing the horizon, the air cold and damp inside your tent, clinging to the canvas, shared with 7 others, each a brother in arms. The first sounds are not of battle, not yet, but of men stirring, checking gear, ensuring their armor is ready and thinking perhaps with a grumble of breakfast. This is no leisurely meal, no time for savoring flavors, just a necessary ritual, a quick refuel, before hours of grueling training or marching under the unforgiving sun. Your name is Gaius, a common name among the legions, a legionary stationed on the misty, often hostile fringes of Britannia. The food is simple, unpretentious, but it's the bedrock of your strength and endurance, the foundation upon which victories are built. As camp comes to life, a symphony of activity, the smell of wood smoke and cooking grains, a comforting aroma fills the air. There are no elaborate kitchens for the rank-and-file soldiers. You and your tent mates, your brothers, prepare your own rations, sharing the burden and the bounty. This self-sufficiency, this reliance on one's own abilities, made the Roman army remarkably adaptable and resilient in the face of adversity, able to operate effectively even far from established supply lines. You reach for your ever-present sack of grain, a constant companion, the cornerstone of your diet, the fuel that keeps you going, and prepare the simple yet vital meal that will fuel the morning's drills and any challenges that may arise. This is the real, unvarnished taste of the Roman Empire, the taste of its strength. The soldier's diet is a window, a revealing glimpse into the logistics, the meticulous discipline, and the unwavering pragmatism that ultimately made Rome so formidable on the battlefield and beyond. An army truly does march on its stomach, and the Roman army was no exception. Let's join Gaius, our legionary, as he begins his day, stepping into his Caligae and discover firsthand what it truly meant to eat and therefore live like a Roman soldier. The very foundation of your diet, Gaius, the cornerstone upon which your strength is built, is grain, specifically wheat. It's the lifeblood of the Roman army, providing the energy you need to march, fight, and conquer. Each day, you're issued a ration, carefully measured and distributed, that forms the bulk of your calories. It's what keeps you going through long marches and grueling battles. Most often, it becomes a thick, hearty porridge called pulse, a staple in every soldier's diet. Simple, filling, and perfect for long days of training and warfare, it's the fuel that keeps you ready for anything. Sometimes, when time allows, you grind the grain yourself and bake a dense, unleavened flatbread, panis militaris, over the fire. The aroma alone is enough to lift your spirits. It's tough and chewy, a testament to its durability. But out here, far from home, it's life itself, its sustenance and a reminder of the empire you serve. Your diet is supplemented with lentils, a valuable source of protein, beans and chickpeas, essential for maintaining your strength and vigor. They're boiled into a thick stew, providing vital protein and fiber to keep you healthy. Salt is essential, not just for flavor, to make the food palatable, but to replace what you lose through sweat, especially under the scorching sun. Hard, salty cheese like pecorino, a Roman favorite, adds fat and flavor, a welcome addition to your otherwise simple meals. To drink, you have rough, sour wine, acetum, a common beverage among soldiers, mixed with water to make it safer, a practice that helps prevent illness. This simple precaution saved countless soldiers from illness, keeping the legion strong. Olive oil, onions and garlic, when available, add variety and health benefits, enhancing the flavor and nutritional value of your meals. Foraged greens, nuts and berries, when the opportunity arises, break the monotony and provide essential vitamins, keeping you in top condition. This combination of grain, legumes, cheese and sour wine, though simple, fueled the legions, campaign after campaign, enabling them to conquer and expand the empire. It was a diet built for endurance and survival, a testament to the ingenuity of Roman military logistics. Preparing food was an essential part of a Roman soldier's life. It was as much a part of your daily drill as sword practice, crucial for maintaining the strength and stamina needed for rigorous training and long campaigns. Your 8-man contubernium, or tent group, is a self-contained unit, responsible for all aspects of daily life, including sleeping and eating. This fostered camaraderie and self-sufficiency within the ranks. Each contubernium is issued a basic cooking kit, a bronze pot, essential for cooking stews and boiling water, a hand mill for grinding grain, ensuring a constant supply of flour for bread and other staples, and a metal grill, perfect for cooking meat and vegetables over an open fire. This decentralized approach meant thousands of small campfires dotted the landscape, not vulnerable field kitchens, which could be easily targeted by the enemy. After a long march, the camp is up, a testament to Roman engineering and discipline, and hundreds of fires flicker to life, providing warmth, light, and a place to prepare the evening meal. 2 men grind wheat, ensuring a steady supply of flour. Another chops onions or garlic, adding flavor to the otherwise bland rations. Another tends the fire, carefully controlling the heat for cooking. The most common meal is a one-pot stew, lentils or beans, providing essential protein and fiber, vegetables, adding vital nutrients to the diet, maybe salted meat for added flavor and protein, simmered together, creating a hearty and filling meal. Baking bread is more involved. Grind flour, a labor-intensive process, mix with water and salt, creating a simple dough, shape into discs, ready for cooking, and cook on embers or a flat stone, utilizing the heat of the campfire. Sometimes a portable pottery oven, the klibanos is available, is used for a better loaf, providing a more consistent and even bake. On the march, there's no time for hot meals, just hard bread and cheese, simple and portable rations, or bacalatum, a staple of the Roman army diet, a twice-baked biscuit designed for long-term storage. Bacalatum is so hard it must be soaked in water or wine before eating, to soften it enough to be consumed. It's not delicious by any means, but it's reliable high-energy food that keeps you moving, providing the necessary sustenance for demanding campaigns. Efficiency and resilience. These are the hallmarks of Roman army cooking, reflecting the overall organization and discipline of the legions. Every meal is about survival, not luxury, a pragmatic approach that ensured the army could operate effectively in any environment. The Roman army's rationing system was a marvel of logistics. Rations were calculated and distributed with military precision. As a legionary, your daily grain ration was the core of your pay, deducted from your salary to ensure you valued your food. Quartermasters issued unprocessed grain to tent leaders, who divided it among the 8 men. Salt, cheese, olive oil, and sour wine were also standard. Meat was rare for ordinary soldiers, usually bacon or salted pork, not fresh beef. The real staple drink was Posca, water mixed with sour wine or vinegar, sometimes with herbs. Posca was the Roman sports drink, quenching thirst and killing bacteria. Every soldier drank it, from the lowest to the highest rank. Rations were consistent and fair, fostering camaraderie and equality. The reliability of rations freed you to focus on your duties. Logistical security was a powerful weapon in itself. While legionaries shared a humble diet, officers dined in comfort. Ordinary soldiers cooked their own meals over campfires, eating from wooden bowls. Officers, like centurions, had servants to prepare food and dined with finer utensils. Their meals included fresh meat, a variety of vegetables and fruits, and better wine. The legate, the legion's commander, enjoyed elaborate banquets with exotic dishes and fine wines. These meals reinforced command and rewarded loyalty. For common soldiers, the smell of roasting meat from the officers' tents was a daily reminder of the hierarchy. Elite units and cavalrymen received better rations, but for most, the diet was uniform. The contrast between the officers' table and the soldiers' stew was a visible part of military life. It reinforced the strict discipline and order that defined the Roman army. The Roman army's diet was more adaptable than you might think. Soldiers foraged, hunted, and fished to supplement rations. Deer in Germania, fish in Hispania. This improved nutrition and broke the monotony. Garum, a fermented fish sauce, was the Roman ketchup, adding umami to bland stews. In permanent forts, taverns and cookshops offered hot meals and a social escape from camp cooking. Preserved foods like dried figs, dates, and olives provided energy and familiar flavors. The army's supply network ensured even remote legions had access to these staples. Standard rations, local foraging, and preserved goods created a resilient food system. Soldiers could adapt to any environment and still eat well enough to fight. The Roman diet was a blend of discipline, adaptability, and ingenuity. The Roman soldier's diet was no accident. It was a product of centuries of military experience, heavy on whole grains for slow-burning fuel, with protein from legumes and cheese and fats from olive oil and bacon. This was a diet for endurance, not speed, a logistical masterpiece. Standardized non-perishable rations allowed Rome to feed armies across continents. Reliable food supply was a strategic advantage. Legions could outlast and outwork their enemies. Posca sanitized water, reducing disease. Garlic, onions, and foraged greens provided essential vitamins. A healthy army was a winning army. The humble bowl of porridge and cup of sour wine were as vital as the sword and shield. For centuries, this fare fueled the men who built and defended the empire. The Roman legionary marched on his stomach, and on that diet, he marched into history.